This debate will come to order. The resolution before us today is, be it resolved that animals should be kept as pets. Representing the affirmative are its first speaker, Katie Bay, and its second speaker, Sally Young. Representing the negative are its first speaker, James J. Lee, and the second speaker, Sean Kim. On behalf of Mrs. Graham's class, I would like to express a sincere welcome to Mrs. Fa, Mrs. Olson, and to the Group 10 students. We hope that you would enjoy the debate and learn from it. I, Brian Kwan, and your moderator. I call upon the first speaker to introduce the affirmative case.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator, honorable judges, teachers, martial opponents, and ladies and gentlemen. My colleague Sally and I contend that people should keep animals as pets, and during this debate, we'll present strong arguments to prove our case. But before going any further, I would like to paraphrase the resolution. The resolution says that people should, within reason, be allowed to keep non-human species, both domestic and wild, as pets in their homes. First, Mr. Moderator, most people do not feel lonely when they have pets because pets offer unconditional companionship and love. If a person who lives alone buys a pet, this person will no longer be bored as he or she will no longer be alone. Instead, this person's life might now be busy and exciting as they will involve sharing life with a pet and having fun. Furthermore, if people take good care of their pets, it is very likely that they will take good care of people too. Second, Mr. Moderator, some animals cannot survive in the wild. It is way too dangerous. Big animals, such as bears or lions, can attack little animals, such as rabbits or cats and dogs. Also, some animals die because they are way too hungry. Some people may think that animals need their freedom to roam in the wild. But this is not a freedom. Today, many animals are dying in the wild. If people stop keeping animals as pets, these endangered animals may become extinct. Third, Mr. Moderator, if people train their animals, these animals may be able to protect them from danger. We have seen how successfully the police have trained dogs to smell and locate bombs, and consequently protect many people from danger. If we did not have sniff dogs, many people would die, and public places like airports would be less safe. Pet owners can also train their pets to alert them to danger, such as fire or an intruder. In closing, Mr. Moderator, I would like to say once again that keeping animals as pets is a worthwhile idea because both the pet and its human owner benefit enormously from their close relationship. Thank you.
I thank the member for her remarks. I now call upon the first speaker for the negative to introduce the negative case.
Mr. Moderator, honorable judges, my worthy opponents, and ladies and gentlemen. We, the negative team, respectfully disagree with our opponents who support this unwise resolution. We contend that animals should not be kept as pets. Before I continue, I would like to remind everyone that I will do my rebuttal at the end of the debate. First, Mr. Moderator, it is extremely costly to keep animals as pets. Pets require a lot of money, time, and energy from their owners. Pet owners have to pay for their animals' food, shelter, medical bills, and all the other stuff that animals need. Vet bills alone can run well over $1,000 a year. Thus, pet owners have to use much of their budget on their pets. Pet owners also have to spend a lot of their time and energy grooming and exercising their animals. So, keeping pets can drain the owner's time, energy, and bank account. Second, Mr. Moderator, some pets adversely change the neighborhood's environment by going into private gardens and causing destruction, or by barking noisily at night and keeping neighbors awake. Many owners take their pets out at night, but when they're destructive, the neighbors do not know who the offenders are. If a pet barks at night, does anyone know for sure whose pet it is? If a pet soils or even ruins someone's lawn, is the property owner certain who the culprit is? Pets not only negatively affect the neighborhood's environment, but can also destroy relationships between neighbors. Finally, keeping pets can be dangerous. For example, pets have been known to bite or maul children. This may sound unreal, but it does happen. In Texas, in September 2011, a 2-week-old baby was in an infant carrier on the floor in a room of the house when the family dog pushed through a pair of French doors. The dog felt that the newborn baby's smell was unfamiliar, so the dog attacked him. The baby died the next day. Also, in Airdrie, Alberta, another family pet, a husky dog, bit and killed the family's newborn baby. Mr. Moderator, before closing, I would like to review the points that I just presented. First, keeping pets is costly in terms of money, energy, and time. Second, pets often damage the neighborhood environment and atmosphere. Third, family pets can be dangerous and have been known to attack and kill small children. Mr. Moderator, do people really want to use half of their money just on their pets? Do people really want their neighborhoods to be messy and noisy because of their pets? Does anyone want to get an angry call from their neighbor because of their pet? Or, even worse, do any parent want to risk losing a precious child because of their decision to keep a pet? I think not. Thank you.
I thank the member for his remarks. Now, I call upon the second speaker for the affirmative to give a rebuttal and to continue the affirmative case.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator, honorable judges, my worthy opponents, and ladies and gentlemen. As the second speaker for the affirmative side of this debate, I will expand the arguments introduced by my colleague, Katie. But before I begin my constructive speech, I will rebut the points made by my opponent. My opponent said the owners have to exercise with their pets. But we, the affirmative team, say while they're exercising, it improves their health. Also, my opponent said keeping pets can be dangerous. But we, the affirmative team, say if the owners leash their pets at appropriate time, pets are not dangerous. I will now begin my constructive speech. Mr. Moderator, Team Affirmative strongly believes that keeping animals as pets is a good thing as it creates a very special bond between animals and humans, and is beneficial to both groups. First, Mr. Moderator, pets improve human health. When people come back to their own homes after a hard day's work, they're usually tired. However, after relaxing with their pets, they feel happier and less tired. Several studies have shown that dog owners get more exercise and other health benefits than the rest of us. One study found that dog owners who regularly walked their dogs were more physically active and less likely to be obese than who did not own or walk a dog. Keeping pets also benefits children. According to Dr. James Griffin, an expert in child development and behavior, when children are asked who they talk to when they get upset, a lot of times their first answer is their pets. Pets also help to comfort children who are sad or lonely. They also help children with autism who have problems interacting with other people. In fact, doctors have reported that children with autism are sometimes better able to interact with pets, and this may help in their interactions with pets. Second, Mr. Moderator, pets bring a sense of security to their owners' homes. People who live alone often feel scared, especially at night. However, if they have pets, they feel safer and they worry less about robbers or ghosts. Pets have also even been known to warn their owners about dangers, such as fire in the home. Pets therefore help their owners to become less needy and less dependent on family members or friends. Finally, Mr. Moderator, keeping animals as pets is a good thing as it will not only benefit the humans, it helps the animals as well. Keeping a pet adds to the quality of life of the animal, especially those animals that have been rescued and brought back to health by animal shelters, and then adopted by people who love animals and treat them as family. Furthermore, most types of pets have been bred over centuries to live with humans and could not survive in the wild. Indeed, Mr. Moderator, keeping animals as pets benefits the animals too, and creates a good relationship between animals and their human owners. In closing, Mr. Moderator, we, the affirmative team, say that keeping animals as pets should continue because it greatly improves the quality of life of both humans and animals, and creates a powerful and beautiful bond between these two groups. Thank you.
I thank the member for her remarks. Now, I call upon the second negative to give his rebuttal and to continue the negative case.
In Stamford, Connecticut, on February 16, 2009, a woman had just arrived at her friend's house when her friend's pet, a chimp named Travis, jumped on her and began biting and mauling her, causing very serious injuries to her face, neck, and hands. According to the Stamford police, the attack was unprovoked. Clearly, Mr. Moderator, animals can be extremely vicious, unpredictable, and dangerous. Mr. Moderator, honorable judges, my worthy opponents, and ladies and gentlemen, we, the negative team, respectfully disagree with our opponent's points. My colleague, James J. Lee, has already given details of the negative case, and I will continue to build our case. However, before I go any further, I will rebut the points made by my opponents. My opponent said pets improve humans' health, but we, the negative team, say pets can cause very serious medical problems that can cause fatality. Furthermore, Mr. Moderator, my opponent said pets can guard owners from life-threatening situations. But we, the negative team, say nowadays technology have been developed enough to use computerized security system, which is much more reliable than pets. Finally, Mr. Moderator, our opponent said pets have been living long enough with humans that they are safe. However, we, the negative team, say that medical problems can seriously cause fatality. I will now begin my constructive speech. First, Mr. Moderator, animals should not be kept as pets because many people are allergic to them. Over 3 million Canadians have a serious medical problem, a disease called asthma. Asthma is a chronic inflammatory disease of the airways that causes shortness of breath, tightness in the chest, coughing, and wheezing. According to the Asthma Society of Canada, every year about 500 Canadians, many of them children, die from asthma. Mr. Moderator, one reason why Team Negative opposes the resolution so strongly is because pet ownership has been found to greatly increase the risk or the seriousness of asthma. Researchers at the University of British Columbia have found that cat and dog owners have a 60% higher incidence than people without pets. Thus, keeping animals as pets can be harmful to their owners and should therefore not be allowed. Second, Mr. Moderator, keeping animals as pets is also harmful to their owners and pets themselves. In some countries, cats are decawed and dogs have their tails cut to sell and trade them more easily. Keeping animals against their will in human homes is simply unsavory. It is cruel to enslave animals. Thankfully, more and more people are realizing that animals should not be used and abused for human purposes such as companionship and entertainment. In the United States, PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, is currently publicizing this serious issue by suing the SeaWorld for its enslavement of 5 orca whales. The main argument of the lawyers for the orcas is that these animals deserve the same constitutional protection from the slavery as humans. Mr. Moderator, we, the negative team, contend that all animals deserve the same constitutional protection as humans from slavery and other forms of cruelty. Finally, Mr. Moderator, human homes are unsuitable for animals. Originally, fish and all the other animals that are not now kept as humans today have their own habitats, such as forests, mountains, oceans, and trees. But now, animals that have been made into pets are kept in humans' homes where their needs of exercise, diet, and environment are not met. Mr. Moderator, it is cruel to keep them as pets. Dogs are pack animals that need companionship, yet they are often kept singly during the day. Also, birds flock together and need to fly, but they're usually kept in small cages. Furthermore, pets are often mistreated by their owners or abandoned by their owners. A recent survey found across Canada of shelters annually is more than 36,000. Shamefully, many of these animals are destroyed when homes cannot be found for them. Mr. Moderator, before closing, I would like to go over the arguments that I have put forward this morning to prove and explain why Team Negative so strongly believes that animals should not be kept as pets. I pointed out that the owner-pet relationship is harmful to both humans and animals. Many humans, for example, are allergic to animals and experience serious medical problems and even death as a result of contact with pets. And some humans have died from vicious attacks by their pets. On the other hand, I established that keeping animals as pets is just another form of cruelty. And I discussed the issue of human homes being entirely inappropriate environments for animals. For these reasons, Mr. Moderator, we, the negative team, oppose this imprudent resolution that suggests that animals be kept as pets. Thank you.
I thank the member of the negative team. At this time, the first speaker for each side will deliver a rebuttal and summary speech. No new information may be introduced during these speeches. We'll start with the first negative speaker.
Mr. Moderator, our opponents try to convince you that animals should be kept as pets. However, my colleague, Sean Kim, successfully refuted the points made earlier by the affirmative team. I will now give the negative team's final words of rebuttal. Mr. Moderator, our opponents said if people train their animals, those animals can protect people. But we, the negative team, say nowadays the technology has been developed. That means that there are many security systems. People do not have to use animals to protect themselves. Our opponents also said that pets comfort children who are sad or lonely. However, we, the negative team, believe that pets attack and even kill children rather than comforting them. For example, in Texas, in September 2011, a 2-week-old baby was killed by a family dog. Mr. Moderator, today we, the negative team, have presented a powerful case. We have successfully rebutted the points made by the affirmative team and offered convincing arguments to support our contention that animals should not be kept as pets. Sean and I pointed out that both pets and owners suffer from their unnatural relationship. We explained that many humans are allergic to animals and experience serious medical problems as a result of contact with pets. And we stressed how expensive it is for the average human family to buy and keep animals as pets. We also argued that pets often damage the neighborhood environment and atmosphere, and warned that family pets can be extremely unpredictable and dangerous and have been known to attack and kill small children. On the other hand, we also talked about the issue of human homes being inappropriate environments for animals and explained that keeping animals as pets is just another kind of slavery and should therefore be abolished. Indeed, Mr. Moderator, this morning, we, the negative team, have presented a solid case in our effort to prove that keeping animals as pets is not a good idea. This resolution, therefore, must fall. Thank you.
I think the first negative was rebuttal and summary. We will now hear the affirmative's final rebuttal and summary to be delivered by the first affirmative speaker.
Mr. Moderator, our opponents tried hard to convince you that animals should not be kept as pets. My colleague, Sally, strongly disagreed with the points made earlier by the negative team and successfully rebutted their arguments. Now I'll give our final rebuttal. Our opponents said that the owners have to spend a lot of time with their pets, but we, the affirmative team, said that it can be fun playing with their pets. Also, the negative team said that pets can make people angry by barking or hurting them, but we, the affirmative team, say that people can train their pets not to do that sorts of stuff. Now I'll begin my summary. Mr. Moderator, today, we, the affirmative team, are proud to have presented a solid case. We passionately believe that animals should be kept as pets, so we provided powerful reasons to support our belief. We argued that people can have fun with their pets, and many, as a result, do not feel lonely anymore. We also pointed out that some animals really cannot survive in the wild, and also that if animals are trained, they can protect their owners from danger. My partner emphasized that pets help to relieve their owners from fears because pets can protect humans and make them feel safer. She also talked about the great relationship that so many people have with their pets and explained the improvement that pets have made to human health. Before closing, Mr. Moderator, I would like to read the statement of the Humane Society of US. So should we have pets? Of course. Pets are creatures with whom we share a world and we rejoice in their companionship. And these feelings are returned. They teach us about humility and empathy and loyalty. Their eyes hold the spark of life, the same as ours. Let us be close and cherish each other always. Mr. Moderator, we, the affirmative team, feel the same way as the Humane Society, and fully support the resolution that animals should be kept as pets. We have offered strong arguments to prove our case. This resolution must stand. Thank you.
I thank the first affirmative speaker for her rebuttal and summary. The debate is now ended. Thank you for being a great audience.